Hey everybody, welcome to the weekly Q&A where I answer your questions about travel-related things. We received a few questions this week, but I needed more to keep this up weekly, so if you have questions about travel, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below and I will try to pick them out for next week. Okay, let's get right to it. Jay Wade asks, so I've been thinking about getting the G7x II for a while now. How do you like it so far? Well, Jay, it's still my favorite camera. It's still the best point and shoot camera I've ever gotten. And it has a lot of really great manual features. So if you're interested in photography and you want to do some like manual photography, you can do that too. Aaron Ankrum L writes, JP, question, how much would you say I should budget or save up to take a trip like you have done? And what range should I strive for? If you're doing the backpacking route and you're doing more than Southeast Asia but spending a lot of time there, I would say bring 15,000, between 15,000 and 20,000. I spent 20,000 in total travel expenses in the year 2016 and I was nomadic that entire time, so there wasn't money going to rent or anything like that. $20,000 is a really good amount of money to go to places that are cheaper than the United States, for example, or Europe. I went to other places in 2016 besides Southeast Asia, which we'll get to in the vlogs eventually. Sorry for those who are just waiting for that. But yeah, I found that amount of money just enough for me to get by, spending as little money as possible, but still trying to experience enough of each place while I was there. Praying Mantid 26 writes, hey JP, when are you coming to the Philippines? So actually, this is one of the most frequent questions I receive, which is strange because my subscriber base isn't very Filipino. There aren't a lot of Filipinos watching. But to answer your question, I've already been to the Philippines back in 2007, before I started vlogging. I would love to go back, but this year I just don't have plans to go to the Philippines right now. But if there's a super high demand for me to go, I would totally go. I know that you Filipinos know how to rally behind something, so if we can get something started on social media, that'd be awesome. Let's use the hashtag BringJP2PH and see what happens, and if there's enough demand, well, I will reorient all my travel plans to go to the Philippines just for you guys. So you Filipinos, you got some work to do. Leo Ing writes, can I marry you, JP? Well, sorry, I'm taken. For now, there's no ring on it yet. Robert Olinger writes, I'm flying to Thailand next week. Hope to visit Bangkok, Hua Hin, and Chiang Mai. Any other suggestions? Well, Robert, you don't tell me how long you're gonna be there, what your budget is or anything, but Bangkok and Chiang Mai are a lot already. If you have time and you have money to pay for a plane or even an overnight bus, I would maybe skip Hua Hin and go directly to some of the islands. I've only been to the western part of the islands, on the western side of the peninsula, Koh Phi Phi and Koh Lanta, and those were pretty great. And I don't have anything against Hua Hin, I just feel like it's not necessarily the #1 destination in Thailand, so I wouldn't prioritize it. Do you guys have suggestions for Robert about other places to go in Thailand? Let me know in the comments below. And finally, our comment of the week comes from AB Travel. This is in response to last week's episode about solo travel, and he writes this. I just started traveling on my own last summer, and at the beginning I was a little scared at the idea, but 2 days in I already was the happiest person on the planet. There are lots of reasons to travel alone. You can make your own timetable, you can follow all your interests without compromising anything, you can come out of your shell and talk to like-minded people. Also, you have to do everything yourself, and you learn a great amount of new things that will give you amazing confidence and a feeling you can really rely on yourself. I'm not saying that group travel isn't fun. It can be, but after having traveled for 3 weeks across Thailand and Malaysia alone, all I can think about is when I can do it again. Awesome. Awesome, AB. And he's absolutely right. It's all about just going out there on your own and learning as you go. And no matter how much pep talking we can do on YouTube to you guys about what it's like to solo travel, you just gotta go learn by yourself. There's no one who's gonna really teach you everything without you going and doing. That's the whole point of solo travel. So AB, this week you win a postcard from me. Just reach out to me on my social medias, links are all down below, and claim your prize. This past week on the vlog, we went to the Elephant Nature Park, which was so much fun. And coming up on the vlog, I'm going to be starting my long journey from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, taking the less beaten path in the mainland cities in between. We're gonna go to Lamphun and Lampang, and then in future videos, Sukhothai, Kampeng Phet, and Ayutthaya. So subscribe if you haven't to check out all of that. And I'll see you all next week for another Q&A. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, get off the couch and go do great things. Bye!